Welcome back to Coffee with Mike, folks. Today I'm going to be chatting about the reason I quit and how I quit tobacco. I started chewing tobacco when I was in combat. Some of you know that I am a U.S. Marine. I started chewing tobacco because of two things. It gave me a buzz that I liked, and it helped me to stay up because we were sleep deprived at the time. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed chewing tobacco. I enjoyed the buzz it gave me. It was like a small high, I guess you could call it. So I continued chewing tobacco for quite some time, many years. And 3 years ago is when things changed. Some of you know that I retired from a previous job that I had. I started doing more and more chewing tobacco. It just simply took the place of what I used to do before. You know, I was busy working and stuff. I didn't chew as much. I got to the point where I was doing almost a can or so a day. And then I realized, man, I made it this far in life. I'm retired now. I should be enjoying myself. And basically, I'm killing myself doing this chewing tobacco. Gums started to recede. Luckily, knock on wood, I haven't had any serious issues. I would get a mouth sore once in a while, but the biggest thing I seen was my gums were receding on the side that I chewed. So I was like, man, I've gotten this far. Why am I paying to kill myself? You know, I've been lucky. I should quit this now. But the main reason I quit chewing tobacco was my kids. I didn't want to be the reason they went out and started doing tobacco or any kind of nicotine product. I didn't want to be the reason for that. I didn't want them to come to me and say, you know what, you do it, why can't I? So those two things combined, I decided I'm going to quit. Now, mind you, in the past, I've tried to quit, but it wasn't it wasn't a full effort, I would say. I attempted to do it to please certain people in my life who I do care about. But the truth is I never really wanted to quit. Yeah, I quit for a week. I quit for a month. But deep down, I didn't want to quit. And I knew that until December 3 years ago. And I just quit cold turkey. And I got to tell you, the first 3 days was horrible. But I know if my mind wasn't ready to quit, I would have never made it. I would have made it probably 3 or 4 days, and I would have went right back to it. But because my heart, my mind, everything was set on quitting, and I didn't want to spend the money to do that stuff anymore because it was getting expensive. Back then, a can of Copenhagen was roughly $10. That's a lot of money to ruin your health. So because my mind was made up, I had a hard time with the withdrawals, but I made it through the 3 days. Right after the third day, it just started getting better and better and better. I'd say after the 30 days, I could make it through a day without thinking about tobacco. You know what I mean? It was very rare that once in a while I'd get that craving where I wanted to get some chewing tobacco and put it in my mouth. But I held strong and I didn't quit. I didn't look back and say, oh, I should just, the hell with this. Nope, I was determined and I did it. I did it cold turkey. I think that's the best way to do it. In the past, I used nicotine supplements like lozenges, gum, stuff like that. None of that stuff helps you. And when you want to quit, you just got to quit cold turkey. Get that stuff out of your system as fast as you can. It's like somebody who's hooked on heroin, doing a little bit of heroin every day to quit. I mean, stuff like that just doesn't work, you know? But I will say this, after I quit tobacco, I turned to another vice, donuts. Started realizing that I've replaced tobacco with donuts and I gained weight. I've got up to 330 pounds. So I gained about, I want to say 30 pounds of weight, but that was my fault because again, I replaced one addiction with another addiction. So I realized that I've taken steps to change things. I've lost quite a bit of weight as it is. I got a lot more to go. I've improved my diet, and I work out now, but that's a whole nother story for another time. I guess what I'm trying to say is be careful when you do quit something, some kind of habit. If you're going to replace it with another habit, make sure it's a good habit. Make sure it's something that's not going to be detrimental to your health. I've gotten that under control. I don't need to go down this path. I mean, I just got off that path with the tobacco. You know, I don't want to go down this path with food. So I've taken steps to improve my diet and my health. And overall, I feel so much better. I'm going to tell you a few things that happened to me. After the first month, I noticed my heart rate went down. My resting heart rate now is 65, 69. My resting heart rate used to be 110. Crazy difference. Blood pressure was the second thing that went down dramatically after I quit tobacco. I used to run high blood pressures like 150 over 110. Now my blood pressures are running perfect. Believe it or not, 123 to over like 82 is where I am with the blood pressure. Sometimes a few points less, a few points more. A world of difference. So those are the two things I noticed right away. I also sleep better at night, and heartburn is nowhere near what it used to be. I still get heartburn once in a while, but now it's due to certain foods. But before, I used to get heartburn every day and every night. I used to have heartburn. I used to take so much stuff, Tums, heartburn pills like Prilosec, and it would never help. But since I quit the tobacco, those three things have been 100% improvement. And the last thing that I found to be great is the money I am no longer spending on tobacco. I found out the other day when I went to the store, before I did this video, I asked them how much Copenhagen was in my area. It is now almost $20 a can. That's a lot of money, man, at the end of the month. That's a nice new bike. People say to me, oh, how come you got all these bikes? And I'm like, I don't do tobacco anymore. So, in closing, I just want to say I hope you find your reason why to quit. And just know, to be successful, you have to really want to quit. I'm just hoping this information helps somebody somehow. Got any questions about anything, let me know. Put them down below. I'll get to them as soon as I can. I wish you all a blessed day. Goodbye.